Chapter 11. Krishna's Entrance into Dwaraka. As Sutta began, the tale of Krishna's return unfolded like a gentle breeze, caressing the fragrant blossoms of a sacred grove. He spoke of Krishna, who upon reaching the fertile lands of Ananta, his own prosperous kingdom, lifted the spirits of his people with a resonant blast from his divine conch. The sound spread across the land, a melodious balm to soothe the hearts of those burdened by worry and longing. The conch in Krishna's hands shone like a beacon of hope. It was as if a radiant swan, white as snow, nestled among a bed of crimson lotuses, its beauty amplified by the contrast of colours. The conch, kissed by the red lotus-like lips of Krishna and held tenderly in the lotus-petalled hollows of his hands, gleamed with an ethereal light, a symbol of protection and power. When the people heard the conch's triumphant call, a wave of relief and joy swept through them. Fear melted away as they rushed to greet their Lord, their hearts brimming with anticipation. As they gathered to welcome him, they came bearing gifts. Offerings meant for one who is beyond the need for material wealth, yet cherished the love and devotion of his people. To them, presenting these offerings to Krishna was like offering a lamp to the sun, a gesture of reverence that illuminated their own spirits. Their faces, radiant with affection, bloomed like flowers in spring as they spoke to Krishna, their voices trembling with the joy of reunion. "O Lord," they said, "we are forever devoted to your lotus feet, feet that are worshipped by Brahma, by his sons Sanaka and the rest, by Indra, the king of the gods. These feet are the refuge sought by those who yearn for liberation, a sanctuary untouched by time, that relentless force which devours all else." They continued, their words infused with the warmth of their love. "You, O Creator of the universe, are the source of all our prosperity. You are our mother, our father, our friend, our guide, our protector. You are everything to us. By serving you, we find our lives fulfilled, blessed beyond measure. It is because of you that we have the privilege of a protector, of beholding what even the gods find rare. A vision of you, perfect in form, your face adorned with an affectionate smile, your eyes filled with loving glances." They sighed deeply, the weight of their separation still lingering. "O lotus-eyed Lord, when you departed for the lands of the Kurus or the Madhus, seeking to visit your friends, even a single moment felt like 1,000,000 years to us, your loyal subjects. The pain of your absence was like that of eyes deprived of the sun's light." Hearing their heartfelt words, Krishna, ever kind and compassionate, showered them with a glance full of grace. His heart swelled with affection as he entered the city of Dwaraka, the city that stood like a fortress, guarded by the noble clans of the Madhus, Bhojas, Dasaras, Arhas, Kukuras, Andhakas, and Vrishni, all mighty warriors, protectors of their divine lord, much like the serpents that safeguard the city of Bhagavata. Dwaraka was a sight to behold, a paradise on earth. The city was adorned with lotus-filled ponds, surrounded by lush orchards and gardens blooming with sacred trees and vibrant flowers in every season. Triumphal arches stood proudly at the city gates, house doors and along the public roads, casting shadows that rivaled the sun's rays as the banners and flags danced in the wind, painted with intricate designs. The streets of Dwaraka were immaculate, swept clean and sprinkled with fragrant waters. Everywhere one looked, the ground was strewn with flowers, fruits, grains of rice and tender sprouts, all signs of a city in celebration. The doorways of every home were decorated with jars brimming with water, curds, dried rice, fruits, sugar canes, incense and lamps, offerings that symbolized the deep devotion of the city's inhabitants. Word of Krishna's arrival spread quickly, reaching the ears of the great-minded Vasudeva, Akrura, Ugrasena and Balarama, whose valor was unmatched. They were joined by Pradyumna, Karudesna, Samba, the son of Jambavati, and other noble figures. So intense was their joy at Krishna's return that they had forsaken sleep, rest and food, consumed by the anticipation of seeing their beloved Lord once more. With hearts full of love and respect, and in a great hurry born of their devotion, they led the state elephant, marching forward in their chariots to meet Krishna Brahmanas, holding auspicious items, recited sacred Vedic hymns, while the air was filled with the sound of conches and musical instruments, announcing the Lord's return. The city's most beautiful courtesans, their faces and cheeks aglow with the sparkle of their earrings, rush to see him, eager to catch a glimpse of the divine. Meanwhile, actors, dancers, singers, scholars versed in ancient lore, bards and heralds sang of Krishna's wondrous deeds, tales that dispelled the darkness of ignorance from the hearts of the people. As Krishna approached them, he paid his respects to all, his kinsmen, the citizens and the loyal retainers. He bowed his head, offering salutations, embracing some, touching others with his hands, smiling upon all, and granting boons. Even the lowest in society, the outcasts, received his grace, as he extended his divine compassion to every soul in the city. Endowed with blessings from the Brahmanas, their wives, the elders, and the bards, Krishna, the Supreme Lord, entered the city of Dwaraka, where he was greeted with unbounded love and joy. As he made his way through the royal roads, the women of the city, filled with delight at the sight of their lord, climbed to the rooftops of their houses to gaze upon him. Yet despite seeing him often, the eyes of the people of Dwaraka were never fully satisfied. How could they be when Krishna, whose form was the very essence of beauty, walked among them? His chest, the eternal abode of Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth, his face, a vessel brimming with nectar for the eyes, his arms, the refuge of the world's protectors, and his lotus-like feet, the sanctuary for his devotees, all of these filled the hearts of the people with an unquenchable desire to behold him again and again. As Krishna passed through the city, adorned with a white umbrella, a symbol of his royal stature, and accompanied by attendants waving cowries, the air was filled with showers of flowers. Clad in yellow garments and garlanded with forest flowers, he shone like a cloud in the sky, illuminated by the sun, moon, rainbow and lightning all at once. When Krishna entered the home of his parents, his mothers rushed to embrace him. Devaki, the chief among them, felt her heart swell with joy as Krishna bowed before her and his other mothers. They placed him on their laps, their breasts wet with the milk of motherly affection, their eyes brimming with tears of joy, and their hearts overflowing with love. From there, Krishna made his way to his own magnificent palace, filled with every conceivable luxury, a place unrivaled by any other. It was there that his 16,000 wives, along with the 108 others, resided. When they caught sight of him returning from a distant journey, their hearts burst with rapturous joy. Despite their bashfulness, they sprang from their seats, their eyes and faces radiating the bliss of reunion. O best of burghers, Suta continued, even in his private moments with his wives, Krishna's feet appeared ever new, ever fresh, a constant source of joy. Though the goddess of fortune, Lakshmi, is known for her fickle nature, she never wavered in her devotion to Krishna, forever clinging to his lotus feet. Yet, despite Krishna's divine nature, he found solace in the love of his wives, who, though unaware of his true greatness, cherished him as their devoted husband. In the world's eyes, Krishna seemed like an ordinary man, enjoying the pleasures of family life. Yet in truth he was far beyond worldly attachments, untouched by the qualities of the material world. Such is the wonder of the Almighty, that though he is present in the world, he remains unaffected by it, just as the intellect, though connected to the soul, does not take on the soul's attributes. But those who did not understand this saw Krishna as they saw themselves, believing that he too was subject to the same desires and limitations. In their innocence, Krishna's wives saw him as a devoted husband, not recognizing that he was the Supreme Lord who, out of his infinite love, played the role they needed him to be.